Come with us on a journey into the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. We will test your senses and challenge your beliefs. A world where science and religion clash. Or do they? You will meet real people and hear real stories, but you will not believe. You will witness strange sights and hear strange sounds, but you will not believe. This is the New England Ghost Project. Welcome to the nightmare.
Stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak.
Good evening, everyone, and TojiNet and Ghost Chronicle Radios is proud to present this historic episode of The Whistler. Originally produced in 1950 on Christmas Eve, so the participants could be with their families on Christmas Day. Anyway, today's cast is Anne Kerrigan as Al, Good Time Charlie as Leslie Martin, Blondie Swanson as Maureen Wood, the Dutchman as the mysterious Marla Brooks, and Clarabelle Cobb as Leslie Martin. I'm losing my fucking thing. Yes, there was a night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Even Broadway, that glamorous avenue of make-believe in faraway New York, seemed empty, deserted. Most cafes, eating places were closed, but the doors of an occasional refuge for those hardy souls who prefer to walk alone on Christmas Eve are still open. Such a place was Good Time Charlie's on 4th and 9th Street, where another Christmas Eve, a series of unusual events began, ending in one of the most unusual stories Good Time Charlie's had ever listened to. At that moment, Charlie is listening to voices of a man named Al.
As is well known to one and all, Charlie, I am not one to complain, but it strikes me that Broadway would bring very little tonight on the open market.
I know you 10, maybe 15 years now. Until now, I don't know, there is an open market.
Aha! For the last 12 months that I know of, I am 100% legitimate. Honest. Legitimate Al.
Want another rock candy and rye without the rock candy?
I very seldom indulge in alcoholic beverages. But in answer to your question, yes.
Haven't seen you for a year, Al. Want to run over that part again when you tell me you're playing it straight for the past 12 months?
As of last Christmas Eve, I am a 100% honest ticket scalper. I do not make a killing, but I get that good, warm feeling that comes with being 100% legit.
Feels good to play it straight.
Cozy.
You want to tell me about it, Al?
Do not mind if I do, Good Time Charlie. It all begins a year ago tonight, right here in your strictly high-class dro. Blondie Swanson was here with me, remember?
Yeah, I think I do remember, Al.
Now, Blondie Swanson is one of the gentry which operates on that side of the law as very few calls right. Though Blondie himself always feels this is a matter of opinion. But Blondie is not concerned with his racket a year ago tonight. You are busy chauffeuring the bar, good time, Charlie. So maybe you do not notice the sad scene. Yep, it is last year, just about this same time, when Blondie comes in here, his big frame pretzeled with grief.
Hello, Al.
Well, hiya, Blondie. I see you are not so happy tonight. Why not join me in a medicinal rock candy and rye? Without the rock candy. I am fighting off a touch of the grip.
Okay, Al. I got a bad case of memories tonight. If Rye can pack away the grip, maybe it can take a load off my memories.
Hey, Charlie, 2 more rock candies and ryes. Without the rock candy.
I'll slide them down.
Are these conversational memories, Blondie? Or shall we give him the clam?
Do you recall a doll named Clarabelle Cobb, Al?
Miss Clarabelle Cobb? Of course I do. She is well known to one and all on Broadway as a leading light with George White's Scandals some years back.
Yeah, well, Christmas Eve is an anniversary for me. It was on Christmas Eve that Clarabelle left me to marry an honest guy in Akron, Ohio.
Oh, drink up, Blondie. Up to now, I remember Miss Clarabelle Cobb as a doll with Class A judgment. Why did she put distance between her and you?
Well, Clarabelle was a gal that didn't care as much about how much money you had as she did where you got it. She felt that my role was ample but tainted.
This is why she puts on the exit?
Right. I can see now that she was right, but now it's too late.
But there must be other dolls as beautiful and desirable, and not such quiz masters as to where the scratch comes from.
I'll never look at another doll again. Al, they are there for other guys.
Hey, Blondie.
Huh?
Blondie Swanson.
Well, if it ain't that the Dutchman. Well, look, Al.
Hi, Al, Blondie, Yuletide's all around.
Why, I cannot believe my eyes, Dutchman. I have not seen you in these parts for maybe a whole calendar or so.
I've been detained in the West. Oh, it's a sad story, and I can see that all of you guys need one more sad story, but you're gonna get a good one. I got good news for you.
Then you have to come to the right place, Dutchman. You've come here. I always get kind of down on Christmas Eve.
What I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get a big lift, Blondie. You and me have pulled a few really fast deals together, but I just got one tonight that's the softest touch of all. Oh yeah, you can listen, Al. We'll cut you in too.
Oh, I've turned down soft touches before, but not wishing to be rude, I will hear you out.
Well, some months back, 3 other guys and me knocked off a tin safe in a factory over in Philadelphia. It was a cinch haul on account of we received a dead center tip. The tip was on the level. So we stashed 50 G's in our grip sack and we got to set to hit the open road.
Something detained you?
The cops. They were blasting after us both sides. I found myself alone and on the lam with 50 G's in the grip sack. But now I got a clean getaway. I mean, I had a clean getaway, and I the figures better to hide the dough, not wanting to be caught with the goods.
I am beginning to get the idea. Your suggestion that the three of us go for this dough tonight and cut it 3 ways.
That's the idea. It's in an unpopulated bar underneath the floorboards. And when I decided to go get it, the first guy I thought of was you, Blondie. How about it?
I must admit, I got no other plans, Dutchman. Nice of you to think of me. Count me in.
How about you, Al?
I'm not generally known as a spoil sport, but this prospect frankly holds no appeal for me. I do not wish to join the party.
This is your final answer?
Yes, Dutchman, you may quote me. I will not go with you.
We three kings of Oriental, we three kings of Oriental.
Well, good time, Charlie. That's the way it went. I am certain I will not leave your bistro that night. I am negative to the whole scheme, and I'm nixing it out loud and clear to one and all. So imagine my surprise at some later point to find myself warm and cozy in the back seat of the Dutchman's ancient velocipede, dogging it through the snow-covered countryside. The whole setting is so peaceful I am catching small doses of snooze. But in between times, I cannot help but overhear the upfront conversation of Blondie and the Dutchman.
You sure this is the right road, Dutchman?
Certainly, I'm sure. I can fly this road blind hat if necessary.
You are not flying blind now, so you must have noticed that the radiator is percolating again. I think we better stop and take on another load of snow.
Guess we'll have to, but I sure hate delays. Ugh.
Hey, Dutchman. Hey, Dutchman, listen. Must
Hey.
be kind from the little church.
Yeah. Come on, help put that snow in the radiator.
Sounds real pretty, that kind of singing.
You think that's pretty? Wait till you hear the real music, the kind money makes when it's crisp.
We be kings of Oriental, bringing gifts to travelers afar. Laurel mountain, golden body, following on the star. Brum, brum, brum.
Hey, Blondie, Dutchman, where are we?
In Pennsylvania, Al, not far from the barn where I stashed the factory payroll.
How can you tell? I, for one, see very little but darkness around and about.
I gotta agree with Al, Dutchman. I got a feeling we're lost. Maybe we better give the whole scheme up.
Oh, you two guys get up too easy. I tell you, it's for certain. We're close to the barn. I can tell you by that big fat star that's been following us for the last few miles.
Oh, yeah, I am seeing a small light ahead. But I observe if this is a star, it is hanging very low to the ground.
I still get a feeling we're lost. Why don't we go back to Good Time Charlie's, which is a lot easier to find?
I don't care how this star is hanging. I know it's leading me straight. I'm running this show, so two you better just seal up. Look there. I'm right as rain. This is a barn.
I do not wish to start an exchange of words, but that star you followed turns out to be nothing more than a light from the window of said barn.
Okay. Somebody's living in the barn. I'll take care of them if they get too hard to get along with.
I vote for getting
Oh,
out of here.
I am not dressed to call on strangers myself.
Oh, come on, cut the gab. Besides, maybe we're the only animals in the barn. I don't see any human footprints in the snow except ours. I'll be doggone. Look through that window, Blondie. There's a doll in there.
Let me see. Yeah, she's a doll. Not only that, I don't think she's feeling in the pink either. Now that we are here, let us go inside and see if there's anything we can do for her.
I don't care nothing about a sick doll. I want to lay my mitts on that grip sack and the 50 G's in it. Now, come on.
Who's that? Who are you?
We mean no harm. For it ain't Miss Clarabelle Cobb in person.
Friends, it's time. To all of you who have opened your homes to the Whistler, God bless you, not only throughout the year, but even tonight on Christmas Eve, the Signal Oil Company has asked me to express their sincere appreciation for this privilege and pleasure. And we, the cast, want to add our own personal thank you too. During the 8 consecutive years that the Whistler, I couldn't last 8 years, has been broadcast on Signal Oil Company, many of us here celebrate Christmas with many of you a number of times. And believe me, we're mighty proud that you consider us to be part of your entertainment family. Tonight, on behalf of the Signal Oil Company and the independent signal dealers who serve you in the states of California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah, I want to convey the warmest season's greetings. May them, all of you, have blessings in the living in the United States of America. Enrich your holiday spirit in the new year. Yes, Al. That isolated barn in the snow-swept Pennsylvania countryside, so far removed from Good Time Charlie's, the bar where you are now enjoying Charlie's rock candy and rye without the rock candy, held a surprise and development for you. Blondie Swanson, the Dutchman, didn't it? The three of you had driven there that Christmas Eve a year ago to claim $50,000, the payroll. The Dutchman had hidden the presence of Miss Clarabelle Cobb in the barn at your arrival was something not even her ex-boyfriend, Blondie Swanson, could have fathomed immediately. And you were even more puzzled than Blondie, weren't you, Al? Only the Dutchman seemed to have the faintest understanding of what was about. So you turned to the Dutchman.
Dutchman, I am not understanding all this. Why do you not inform us?
Listen, Al, you and Blondie better clear out of here for a while. Take a walk in the snow. I guess I'll have to take care of this doll.
Huh? Hey, look, Dutchman, I haven't seen Clarabelle for a long time, and if you think I'm going to leave her now and go for a walk with Al, you are nuts.
Besides which, Dutchman, this doll is clearly at grips with some strange malady. I do not think it is polite the three of us should visit in this manner at this time.
Listen, I came up here for 50 G's, not a sick doll, and a lot of lip from you guys. This won't take long. Just go blow.
But Dutchman,
I'm getting fed up with you, Blondie. I know what I'm doing. I'm delivering 7 out of my 8 kids that my wife has, and I never needed a doctor. This one will be a cinch. Now, will you get out of here?
I cannot help but say this is quite a night for surprises, Blondie.
yeah.
I, for one, can take winter sports or leave them to someone else.
Al,
Yeah, Blondie?
we could take the Dutchman's car there. You think Clarabelle would be better off if we get her to a dock?
Well, I am new in this racket, Blondie. But if you want an inexperienced opinion, I will say.
What was that?
What?
That's what I said.
Crying in the distance? That!
Well, Blondie, I am new in this racket. But if you want an inexperienced opinion, I will say Miss Clarabelle Cobb is a cinch mother. Come on, let's get back to the barn.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't cry, Clarabelle. No sense crying.
Oh, Blondie.
I know. If all of a sudden I find myself with a brand new kid, I wouldn't be crying. Special since it's such a beautiful kid.
You really think he's beautiful, Blondie?
I sure do. He's sleeping, huh?
Bless his heart. If only he gets a break.
Don't worry about him, Clarabelle. A beautiful kid like that, they'll love him in Akron.
Oh, Blondie, there's so much I want to tell you.
Yeah, but maybe you ought to sleep now yourself, huh?
Not until I tell you, Blondie. You got to know about everything. Why I'm staying here in Dr. Kelton's barn. About Joe, my husband. He's in such trouble, Blondie. He's in jail.
Oh, come on, Elle. Let's go find the grip sack. I know where it is.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Hey, look, Al. There, it's more like it. Yeah, it's all there. $50,000.
A very likely safe.
Yeah, that's what counts. A fat swatch of cash, especially if it's mine. Come on, let's get Blondie and clear out of the barn.
You ain't going anywhere with that dough, Dutchman.
You want to play it again, Blondie?
Same song. I said you ain't going anywhere with that dough.
You tell me what he said, Al. I don't like what I'm hearing.
Blondie has mouthed the same identical words 2 times around, Dutchman, and I, for one, get the impression he means it.
I do. You didn't tell us the whole story of this dough and how you came by it, Dutchman.
Now listen, Blondie.
No, I've been listening. I heard everything you said about this factory payroll job you pulled, and you never did say anything about trussing up the bookkeeper at the factory that night.
So what?
Not only that, you make it look like it's an inside job and leave the bookkeeper to take the rap.
So you got to nail somebody for it. Why are you building such a case about this bookkeeper?
This Cluck bookkeeper, Joseph Hatcher, happens to be Clarabelle's husband. That's his kid you delivered, Dutchman.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Did Did Miss Clarabelle Cobb tell you all this, Blondie?
She told me plenty. This Joseph Hatcher's been cooling in the clink ever since. He was doing a special bookkeeping job for this factory, came here from Akron to do it. He's a right guy, an honest guy. Or, you understand that, Dutchman?
Hey, Blondie, here's somewhere honest, I understand.
Hey!
It's a gun, yeah.
Easy, Dutchman.
Shut up, Al. Now look, Blondie, I've been painting with you. I know you're soft for your doll and your old business, but you're interfering with mine. Blondie and I, we don't like that. We don't. Now we can get out of here with the dough and quick. And I said, come on, let's get out of here. Go.
Dutchman, please, put the iron away. It is not in keeping with the season to pull a heater on Blondie. In addition to which, this shouting is apt to wake that kid who is a pretty tired character like his mama.
Now you're letting go in soft, Al. What's with you two?
Listen, Dutchman, Clarabelle's husband don't know she's living in this barn. When she heard they'd salted him away in a bum rap, she came here to try to help him. Then she found out she's going to have a kid, and she looked up the doc here, guy named Kelton. Clarabelle's got no dough, but Doc Kelton gives her first-rate care all up to now, even fixes it so she can stay in his barn. It is not great, but it beats living in a snowbank.
Oh, stow it, will ya?
Here, Dutchman. Hide it, huh?
Yeah, okay. But I'm still running this show, wise guys, and I'll take what we do. Blondie, here's the grip sack. Take my crate over to the doc, to character, and pay him off what he's already done for the doll. Give him some more taking and for her, the kid, and bring back the grap back all, and we'll be blowing.
Yeah, you bet, Dutchman.
And you can tell the doctor a couple of things for me. Tell him to get Clarabelle and the kid in a hospital where they belong.
Sure, Dutchman, sure.
And tell him how now we don't need a doc. That the Dutchman took care of everything perfectly. And the mama and the kids are doing just fine. Real nice.
We three kings of Oriental, la 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 la. More a mountain, store and fountain, da dee da dee da. For all of you who play canasta or have been thinking of taking up the game, there's a little Christmas gift for you at your nearest signal service station. It's a 12-page booklet on the exciting new version of canasta, Hollywood 3-deck canasta, which is replacing the old 2-deck canasta game practically everywhere it's been tried. In fact, Robert E. Lee Johnson, the only Pacific Coast member of the National Canasta Laws Committee, says of this game, you'll never know how much fun cards can be until you play this exciting new 3-deck game. It has completely replaced the 2-deck canasta with all of my friends in Hollywood. And friends, the booklet I mentioned is written by the man who devised the new game, so the rules are both complete and authentic. Right now, in fact, this booklet is being sold by the leading department store, Macy's, in 32 states. But you didn't need to buy one there. No. One is waiting for you free while supplies last at your signal service station. It is our hope. It is the hope of the signal dealers. There they are. that this spud-packed new version of the canasta will add your card playing experience for your holidays. It's almost midnight on Christmas Eve, and at Good Time Charlie's, the bar on the West 4th 9th Street, as Al continued his amazing account of the story of that other Christmas Eve that crossed the lives of Blondie Swanson, Miss Clarabelle Cobb, and her newborn son, and the Dutchman and his grip sack containing 50,000 buckaroos. As Al continued talking to Good Time Charlie, a faraway look came into his eyes.
So you see, Good Time Charlie. That's good. It is no more than small wonder that since all this takes place a year ago this very night, me, Blondie, and the Dutchman have settled down to 100% legitimate endeavors.
Yeah, sure. And why not? A three-way split is almost 50 stolen G's and a cinch begging to the straight and narrow.
You are laboring, as they say, under a misconception. Good Time Charlie. I see now where it is only fair I tell you the rest of this story.
We three kings of Orient, all la da 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 da.
After Blondie makes the deal with Doc Kelton to get Miss Clarabelle Cobb and her brand new kid out of that barn and into a Class A hospital arrangement, the three of us are once again in the Dutchman's hot rod, beating it along the streets of some pint-sized burg in Pennsylvania, thinking to leave this territory for them as wants it.
Boom, boom, boom.
You know, maybe aging up is catching up with me. I ought to feel great right now. But still, 50,000 clams in the grip sack, but somehow I don't feel great at all. You did bring the grip sack back from Doc Kelton's, right, Blondie?
Yeah, sure I did, Dutchman. The grip sack's in the back seat with Al.
Funny, it don't feel good, and it should.
Perhaps a touch of rock candy and rye, without the rock candy, would warm your heart, Dutchman.
Well, maybe so. Pass up the bottle.
I am willing to do this, but the bottle will be of small comfort, as it is empty.
Oh, well, thanks for nothing. Oh, well, I'm just going to nudge the motor and we'll blow to the burg. Get back to native territory. New York ought to look pretty good.
Hey, better slow down, Dutchman. The law's gaining on you.
Oh, great. Nothing is not going round this good tonight, is it? Ugh.
That red light back there. There was no Christmas tree ornament, you know. You should have stopped. Daddy came to bury and all.
Singing.
Oh, sorry, officer.
And you're in a church zone too, clearly marked by the 20-mile-an-hour zone. 40 is way too much.
We're hurrying back home for Christmas, officer.
Carrying toys for kitties in that tub? Yeah, I'll bet. I bet I have a look around. Doom, doom, doom. Boom, boom. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. What's in the grip sack?
Nothing, officer. It's an empty grip sack. You know, yeah, it's the one kind you like to run into.
Yeah. Let me see.
No need to open it. It's empty.
Well, you're right about that, mister. There's nothing in there.
Yeah. Huh?
Easy, Dutchman.
But you're sure it's empty?
Sure, I'm sure. Weren't you?
Yeah, sure. I was sure. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, carrying nothing but empties. Uh-huh. You guys, empty bottle all by yourselves.
This bottle is once full of medicine, officer. I myself have been warding off a touch of the grip. I am now in the pink, as the saying goes.
Ah, wise guys, eh? 3 wise guys. You know, if it weren't practically Christmas, I'd haul you all in. Go on now. Get out of town. Don't let me see your sorry asses back here again. Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas, 3 wise guys.
Yeah, same to you.
Dutchman,
You know, Blondie, a while back, you accused me of not being telling you the whole story of the factory payroll job. Seems to me you forgot to tell me something pretty important too. What's this about the grip sack being empty of nearly 50 G's? And I ought to know.
well, I figured to fill you in, Dutchman. You see,
Oh, come, all ye faithful, come forth and run.
Hey, look, Blondie, Dutchman, it's that same little church.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come ye faithful, na.
You know something? It's a miracle. I don't know yet what happened to that nearly 50 G's in the sack, but I know that copper had it with his, we had us with his dough. We'd be on our way to the clink right now.
An astute observation.
Yeah, well, you see, Dutchman, when I called on Doc Kelton tonight, I left all the dough with him, the whole 50 G's, told him to give it back where it belongs, told him enough more than the doc is sure he can spring Clarabelle's husband out of jail, so him and Clarabelle and the new kid can be together.
Oh, come, all ye faithful.
Hey, this doctor, is he a right guy?
Oh, I'll say he is. Why, he even agreed to give us a head start for the Pennsylvania border before he notifies the law.
This is a right guy.
Yeah, and we better oblige the doc and ourselves by making the border ahead of the cops. Hey, you know, that copper was right. 3 wise guys, he called us. If it wasn't pretty wise, I'd all have that cash and when he pulled us over on the curb. I think it's just a good idea we stay right being 3 wise guys. I'm through stretching my luck. Here from on now, I'm going to go play it straight. And I'm still running this show. So you 2 wise guys getting straight with me, okay?
Okay.
Agreed.
Wonder how far it is to the border. They got a lot of funny little burgs here in Pennsylvania. What was that last one we left? Blondie?
Oh, I saw a signboard back there a ways. That burg is known as Bethlehem.
Joy to the world has come. Let earth receive its king. Bow, 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 bow. And so, on a Christmas night in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, three wise guys were strangely touched by the spirit of the season, a spirit born in another Bethlehem nearly 2,000 years ago. And tonight, on the eve of another Christmas, may we hope that this is the same eternal spirit that will someday bring to wise guys throughout the world an understanding that the future of the peoples of the earth resets in goodwill will come to all men. Let that whistle be the signal for the end of Signal Oil program, The Whistler. Each Sunday night at the same time on the same channel, hopefully not. Signal Oil Company has asked me to remind you that this week's especially important to drive with sensible speeds, be courteous, and obey traffic regulations. So some unavoidable accident doesn't mar your holiday season. Remember what I said in the beginning of the program, friends, that you'd find tonight's story a bit unusual, heartwarming. And now, wasn't I right? I am sure many of you recognize it was one of the late, great Damon Runyon's most famous tales. The radio adaptation of Kathleen Height featured in tonight's story were Bill Foreman, John Brown, Marvin Miller, but as we like to say, Leslie Martin, Marla Brooks, Anne Kerrigan, Maureen Wood. The Whistler was transcribed and directed by George Allen, with music by YouTube. And The Whistler is entirely fictional, and all characters portrayed on The Whistler were fictional as well. And similar names or resemblance to any other person living or dead is surely coincidental. Remember, the same time next Sunday, and we won't be here. Good night, everyone, and Merry Christmas to you all. So, thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hand of applause to you all.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Well, we ain't out yet, so you think you're just gonna run right off? Wow, look how red my face is. Wow, that's unbelievable. Anyways, so did you enjoy it or not?
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was.
Thank God we pulled it off perfectly with no mistakes.
That's right.
Yes. Nobody.
The sound effects were absolutely fantastic.
Spot on.
Yeah,
Yes.
I loved them.
And the songs. Joe, yeah, love the music.
Yeah, I thought my
Especially the
Subaru
Weekly
sounded
King.
bad until I put
I'm thinking of making a CD of that, Christmas CD of songs by the Whistler.
Songs by Ron.
For your
Songs
holiday
by
pleasure.
The Whistler.
The Whistler. Oh, by the way, I'm so glad that you all got my message that you were supposed to put your character's name when you logged in.
I didn't see
Well,
that.
I'm not on this, so
I didn't see that.
doesn't
Now
matter.
I remember.
Well, I had two characters, so.
Yeah, that's right. You could have put both of them.
Okay.
But yet you chose none.
Next
Anyway.
time.
Yeah, well, if you could have logged in.
I think we're all character today.
No, anyways. So I hope everybody has a good Christmas. Any special plans for anyone before we go?
Mm-mm.
No, just family.
Good times with family.
Yep, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, God bless you. Yeah. Yeah, I am spending New Year's at the graveyard.
Huh?
Huh?
Spending New Year's with the graveyard.
Why? What?
I want to see if I can connect with the spirits of Christmas past.
He's
Oh.
looking
my
for the
Lord.
grip bag there, you know.
The grip bag. Anyway, I want to thank my lovely wife Janet, by the way, for allowing me to use her wonderful scarf here, which held for like 2 minutes. But anyway,
Absolutely. Great job, St. Jan.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Anyway,
Thank you.
Oh,
so
St. Jan. I thought you said St. Anne. Listen,
No,
you gotta
St.
put up
Jan.
with it
Oh,
too.
you too. You're St.
I've
Jan
never,
too.
I've never heard you called Saint before. I've never heard you called Saint before. Anyways, before we go, I'm going to ask each of you, what was the most memorable?
Memorable?
Yeah, one of those standout.
Memorable?
Yeah, Christmas gifts, Christmas that when you think of Christmas, you know, that one comes to the forefront of your mind. Who volunteers first? Don't make me call you.
Oh.
And since you laughed, you lit up.
My husband gave me a KitchenAid mixer 30 years ago and I still have it. Best gift ever.
Wow. At least it wasn't a vacuum cleaner.
No, well, I love to
At least
cook.
it wasn't a vacuum cleaner.
It was a good
I
gift.
know.
No, I think it was a vacuum
There you
cleaner.
go.
I pick it up and whack them with it.
Yeah, that was my first, for me, what stands out was the first Christmas when we were married and I had a baby and he didn't know what to buy. So he bought me a rocking chair, a teapot, and galoshes.
Aw.
Actually,
And I
that's
was
not
like,
bad.
seriously? I'm like Whistler's mother over here.
Why? Did you think? I thought that
I was 19.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but the
19.
rocking
Who
chair. I
wants
thought,
to get a tea kettle?
yeah, but a rocking chair is like freaking awesome.
It is.
You were a mother.
Yeah, I
But
can
I
remember.
was feeling fat.
I can remember coming from hockey and doing the late night feeding on Jan's rocking chair.
No, I'm not saying it's bad, but then when you
Well,
just
sure sounds
had a
like it.
baby, well, I felt large and old.
19.
So when I opened, I'm like, oh.
Okay.
It was more my feelings, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Oh, you must have been that postmortem crap.
It
Sorry.
probably was because I had her December 17th, and right near Christmas. So let's just say I wasn't feeling very spry.
Yeah.
But it was definitely
At least
interesting.
he
He asked what
cooks
was
up.
stuck out.
At least he cooked supper for you, right?
My mother did. I lived with my mother at that time.
God bless her.
Yep.
What about you, Les?
This is going to make me sound really awful.
No.
Christmas
Really?
We already
stands
know
out
you're
for me was
awful.
when I was young. I think I was about 6 or 7 years old, and my sister is 2 years older than me. And she opened up her gift, and it was this beautiful baby doll. And then I opened up my gift, and it was the ugliest doll I'd ever seen in my life. So we had a next door neighbor I didn't really like much, and her name was Shirley, so I named it Shirley.
Oh.
But I loved that doll. I really did. As
Oh.
ugly as it was, I loved that doll.
Your
She
parents
just
were
had to
like,
grow on you.
we'll give
They do.
Leslie the ugly doll so she'll love it extra.
Only a
Do you have
mother
a
could
picture
love,
of
right?
it? Do you have a picture of it, Leslie? You should send
I
it to
do.
Clay.
I don't. It didn't deserve to have its pictures.
What about you, Marla?
I was a doll too. My Betsy Wetsy doll.
Oh,
Yes, I begged for a Betsy Wetsy doll. They peed.
lovely.
Yeah. And at the same time, they gave me a leprechaun doll that scared the hell out of me. It was like this mean,
Yep.
ugly little thing. Like, yeah, oh my God. Yeah, I cried. I looked at it and I cried. And I think Betsy Wetsy wet herself at the same time.
How about you, Ron?
Oh, I remember when I was a little termite in Lowell, and I got a fire truck, for Christmas that actually pumped water. So I built a cardboard building in the kitchen and lit it on fire
Five.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
and put it out with my fire truck.
You would.
Nice.
I was a hero.
We hope you enjoyed our Christmas broadcast. And from everyone at Ghost Chronicles Radio, we wish you very happy holidays and a prosperous new year.
From ghoulies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.